He did something that he should not have done, and it should not have happened to your friends here today. But we hope and pray that this person never sees the light of day again.
Somebody was typing on a dead woman's phone. That's where this starts. Not with a scream, not with a gunshot, with a text message that looks completely ordinary, sent from a phone that should have gone silent hours earlier. Takira Collins was already gone when that message went out, and whoever sent it wanted the world to believe otherwise. Here's what you're about to find out. Why a total stranger, a man with zero connection to Takira or her family, ended up dead in a field less than an hour later, and how one cell tower ping tore apart a story that took months to build. Takira was 25. 2 kids orbited her entire world, 6-year-old Armand Jr. and 2-year-old Aubrey. Friends say the same thing about her, again and again. She worked hard, she kept pushing, all she wanted was something stable for her babies. If cases like this matter to you, cases where the evidence tells a truer story than the person accused of the crime, subscribe now, because you're going to want to see how this one falls apart. By sunrise, Takira's house was on fire. Her 2 children were inside, and outside, near the scene, a neighbor who had nothing to do with any of it was already dead. To understand how it got to this point, you need to go back to the man she tried to leave behind. Armand Johnson Sr., Takira's ex-fiancé. A man with a history of protective orders against him, released from prison earlier that year. They tried again anyway. They got engaged. Family let themselves hope this really was a fresh start. It didn't last. About a month before the murders, Takira called it off. She told him to leave. Prosecutors say it came after more abuse, more threats. She thought she was choosing safety. Experts on domestic violence say the moment a survivor leaves is often the most dangerous moment of all, not the safest. Investigators believe Johnson entered Takira's home that night while she was in her bedroom. He shot her 10 times. She never made it out of that room. He wasn't done. Prosecutors say he poured gasoline through the home and set it on fire, with both children still inside. What happened to those 2 children is the part of this case nobody who knows it can forget. Armand Jr. and Aubrey died of smoke inhalation. When firefighters finally reached them, they found the 2 siblings together. Investigators believe Aubrey had crawled toward her brother in her final moments, trying to reach the one person who always looked out for her. That's not where it ended. 35-year-old David Cousin Jr. was a neighbor, walking home, with no connection to Takira or Johnson at all. Wrong place, wrong time. Prosecutors say he crossed paths with Johnson as the fire caught, and because David saw something he wasn't supposed to see, Johnson chased him into a vacant field and shot him dead. Prosecutors called it exactly what it looked like, an execution meant to erase a witness. If David Cousin Jr. had walked home 30 seconds later, he'd still be alive today. Tell us below, where do you think this case actually turned? Here's the detail that broke everything open. After killing Takira, prosecutors say Johnson used her own phone to text her family, pretending she was still alive, buying himself time before anyone came looking. It almost worked, until investigators found the one thing his story couldn't explain. Digital forensics teams cross-referenced every message against location data, surveillance footage, and witness statements.
At the scene where 4 were killed, including 2 children, on Cleveland's east side. Police have announced that the father of one of those children has been arrested in connection with those murders. Channel 3's Amanda Abraham is live there now where a vigil is taking place. Amanda, good evening to you.
Good evening, Russ. You can see a sea of purple kind of starting to show up here in honor of the 4 killed here along East 63rd Street, a man, woman, and 2 young children. This comes on the heels of the announcement today. We learned that the father of one of the young children was arrested. He was actually arrested on Tuesday on an unrelated robbery charge, but today it's now aggravated murder.
He wanted to kill my cousin for what? He deserved this.
Piece by piece, they rebuilt the real timeline hiding underneath the fake one. Cell tower records placed Johnson's own phone near Takira's home that night, not at his grandmother's house, where he claimed he'd been asleep the entire time. In the interrogation room, Johnson stuck to his alibi. Phone on the charger all night. Never left. Detectives laid the cell tower map in front of him, his phone hitting towers near Takira's house, his aunt's statement, placing her picking him up from that exact area the next morning, surveillance footage matching his clothing to the timeline. He kept denying it. "I did not do nothing," over and over, until he asked for a lawyer, and the interrogation ended in silence. That silence didn't last. The case went to trial, and if you want to see how prosecutors turn phone records and forensics into a conviction, subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel breaks down. Would you have believed his alibi? Or did the phone records convince you the second you saw them? A grand jury had already decided this wasn't going to end with a denial. A Cuyahoga County grand jury returned a capital indictment: aggravated murder, aggravated arson, kidnapping, aggravated burglary, and a stack of firearm charges. At trial, medical examiners, arson investigators, and digital forensics analysts walked the jury through the entire night, piece by piece. After more than 9 hours of deliberation, the jury convicted Johnson on multiple counts of aggravated murder, arson, and the killing of David Cousin Jr. He was acquitted on 1 burglary charge and 1 related murder count. The jury declined to recommend death. Johnson was sentenced to life without the possibility of parole. In 2024, an Ohio appellate court upheld every conviction. Legally, the case is closed. For the people left behind, it isn't close to over. Takira Collins left an abusive relationship because she wanted something better for her children. Armand Jr. was 6. Aubrey was 2. David Cousin Jr. was simply walking home. The hardest truth in this case is one worth repeating. The most dangerous moment in an abusive relationship is often not the abuse itself. It's the moment someone finally decides to leave. If you or someone you know is in that position right now, reaching out to family, friends, or a local domestic violence organization can be the difference between a new beginning and a headline. Takira Collins, Armand Johnson Jr., Aubrey, David Cousin Jr. Their names deserve to be remembered, not for how their lives ended, but for the people who loved them. If this story stayed with you, subscribe and turn on notifications, because there are more stories like this that need to be told.